Have you been in a situation where you were so angry, you were so pissed, and you did something that you regretted? Or you've been so pissed or angry and you didn't react. Rather, you took time to think about it and took a better decision. How did the outcomes go? How did they turn out? Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. That's what the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Blessed, and today I'll be talking about anger issues and how managing them can affect our lives either positively or negatively. I'll be telling you two stories, a positive one and a negative one, of two people who managed anger and how it affected them. The first story, I heard it on radio. So there was this man, he was going out, and then he took bike. When he got to his destination, he gave the bike man money, and then the bike guy was like, he does not have change. The rider said he did not have change, and so this rider said he didn't have change, and then he made them start engaging in altercations, and from there the rider got pissed and then slapped the passenger. The passenger was also pissed, like, another, why will you slap me? I gave you money and say you don't have change. It's not like you told me that you didn't have change before and whatnot. And then this passenger also became very furious, and then he slapped the rider as well. And as he slapped this rider, the rider fell on the ground, and guess what, guys? He died on the spot. Immediately that thing happened, the rider fell and he was not standing up again. People started gathering at the scene, and they were like, you don't keep a scene, in Nigeria, any small thing like this, people have gathered, and like, you don't keep a scene, this one. From there, police officers came, they took the man, away, they took him to the cell. From there, he got to jail. So it was the man that was telling his story. After he left jail, I think he said he spent 30 or 35 years in jail just because of that incident. So nobody could actually vouch for him because they saw him hit the bike rider, like he slapped the guy. So there was nothing for him to say that, I didn't kill this guy, it was a mistake, blah blah blah. And you don't know the kind of people or family that this bike rider had. So this man ended up in jail, my people. The years of hard work, his job, his family, his business, he lost it all, spending years in jail just because he retaliated out of anger. Like he just slapped, punched this bike rider just because of that little mistake he made. And it was not even his fault, guys. It was not his fault. He was not the first person to raise his hand. And this man was telling his story and advising people on radio how to manage anger, that even if you are annoyed, even if you're not the one at fault, you should try your best to manage anger whenever and wherever. The second story, this one is even more personal because it was my mom's customer. So she has a customer that sells phone accessories, phone batteries and all of that. So one day, the owner of the shop, the customer of that man, came to the store and he came in angrily. So this man bought a battery some days back and the battery was not working. So he walked into the store angrily, was ready to fight and all of that. That this man sold him a fake battery according to him and all of that. So he was just screaming on top of his voice, shouting and arguing. And interestingly, the owner of the store never responded to him. He never fought him, he never argued with him. He was just listening to all of his screams and shouts. And I believe he was just trying to explain to him that, you bought this battery so days ago and probably they cannot exchange the battery for you. If it was immediately or maybe 30 minutes after you bought it or the same day, they would have exchanged the battery, but he could not exchange the battery. So this guy was so furious and annoyed that he stepped out of the shop and he slipped and fell right in front of the shop. When it happened, you know how the market can be. People gathered and they were like, what's going on? What happened? They rushed the guy, and then the police had to come to find out what happened, the family and all of that. And then this man was so lucky enough to have people to vouch for him. Like everybody that were in the store around the market, that they said that this man never responded to this guy. He never argued with him. He didn't fight with him. Like it was the man that was just furious and angry and trying to, create a scene because of the battery. This man was so lucky because he did not retaliate. He did not respond out of anger. Like he didn't respond the way the guy was, acting. You know that Newton's third law of motion says action and reaction are equal and opposite, but then we can do better. We can actually work on our reaction, even though the action might be negative. So we've seen two scenarios today. One went negative, the other one was positive. So it just depended on how they managed the situation, how they manage anger. So if you're annoyed, there are many situations, there are so many things that can make you angry, that can make you pissed. At work, at school, in the marketplace, at home, anywhere you can get angry, because we're dealing with different kind of people and personalities. But what you can do for yourself, which I always do, is I either walk away from the scene when I see that I'm getting pissed, or I talk to someone who I know can give me a constructive or objective point of view, who I can explain the situation to and can give me a very objective point of view that can advise me rightly. Or I pray and listen to music. These things have helped me over the years, and I believe it can help you too. I have been in a similar situation where I was so annoyed that I said some words I could not take back. So when you're angry, you can either take actions or say words that you know you would regret for the rest of your life. Instead of regretting, why don't you work on these things? Why don't you hold back, sit back and think, rethink your actions, rethink the words you want to say, rethink your decisions. This has helped me a lot over the years to avoid unnecessary issues in my relationships with people. Anger can actually affect the way you relate to people. It can affect your life a lot. It can determine what will happen in your life for years. It can make you lose out on so many opportunities. You need to always learn to be patient and learn to handle the situation with wisdom. And always make sure you have someone who you can always talk to at any time when you get angry, who can give you a very good advice, who can talk to you rightly, and who can see your faults too in those situations. I hope you've learned something today, and I hope we'll begin to work better and do better on ourselves. I am not there yet, but I'm trying my best in order to manage anger. As I mentioned in the beginning, the Bible has told us not to sin. Even when we get angry, we can manage our anger. We should not let the sun set on anger. So that means we need to work on it. We need to manage it. We need to really manage anger, because there are a lot of situations that will really tend to piss us off and tend to annoy us. Thank you so much for listening and for watching this video. Please do well to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. See you. Bye.